Hello and welcome to the TechHub.training Alteryx Shipping for Samuel Challenge Solution. Today I will be walking through the challenge solution with you and preparing it. So first of all, reading through this, it looks like we will be preparing a report looking at Samuel Clarkson's shipping information for 2011. In this challenge, we will be focusing on the filter, select, sort, and sample tools. So first thing to do is to become familiar with the data. According to our instructions, we will primarily be using the orders table, and we will occasionally be pulling additional information from the other tables, which can be found down here at the bottom. Alteryx will not let us have the data open at the same time that we are modifying it, so I'm going to go ahead and close this now and open Alteryx. First things first, we need to import the data. So I will drag and drop the data from my File Explorer into Alteryx. As I said earlier, we will predominantly be using the orders table, so I will select that here and then hit OK. We now have an input data tool that is input the orders table. Going back to the instructions, we now want to make our report include only the following: customers that have a customer PO, embroidery orders, orders where the order date is 2011, orders that have Samuel Clarkson as the sale rep, and only orders that were shipped out using UPS. So we can start by adding filter tools. So filter, the first one was customer PO. So I will come over here to the side and select customer PO is not null. That will filter for only customers that have a customer PO. Next, I'll add another filter tool. Filter to where the job type ID is equal to 2. That is in our data. In our data, if we go to job type ID, we can see that embroidery is equal to 2. So we'll go ahead and set that there. We want only order date, only orders where the order date is in 2011. So we'll add another filter tool, select by the order date, range from 2011, the 1st of January, to 2011, the December 31st. It's important to note that dates in Alteryx are year, month, date. If you put it in any other way, Alteryx will throw a fit. Our next instruction is we only want orders that have Samuel Clarkson as the sales rep ID. If we go back into our data and then go to employees, we can see that Samuel Clarkson is number 4. Going back to Alteryx, we're going to add another filter tool. And we're going to filter based on sales rep ID is equal to 4. And finally, we want only orders that were shipped out using UPS. So we will go to freight ID, check our data once again, and we can see that UPS is number 2. So we will add I've already added a filter tool. Freight ID is equal to 2. I'm going to go ahead and make sure our Excel is closed, and we're just going to run this. I'm going to do a quick visual check here. We can see that our job type ID is in fact 2. We can see that our order date is in fact in 2011, our sales rep ID is 4, and our freight ID is 2. So moving on to our next set of instructions, it says, additionally, you should ensure that your report is formatted using the following guidelines. Order the results by order date. So we're going to go ahead and set a a sort tool where we will select the order date, and it says starting with January and flowing to December. That is ascending. If two orders were placed on the same date, the customer with the smaller PO number should be first. So this is our first order by, and next we will go by customer PO. And we also want that in ascending because it says the smaller PO number should be first. And finally, it says we want the first 50% of the rows. So we will use a sample tool here. The first n rows, where n is a percentage, so we'll select the bottom option. And then we want the first 50%. So we will change n to 50. And it does not appear that we want a group by. Then it says order heading. It says header should appear as following: order number, order date, shipping date, customer PO. So I'm going to go ahead and add a select tool here at the end, and I'm going to deselect everything. It says we want order number, which will be our job ticket number, and we will rename that. It says we want order date, so I'll come down here and check order date. Shipping type, so we'll take freight ID and rename that as shipping type. And we want the customer PO, which can be found right here. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And as you can see, we have 15 rows. If I select the output right here, it will show me the filtered version. But we have the order number, order date, shipping type, and customer PO. It looks like we have just the first 15 rows there, and it's looking good. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial today. I hope it's been helpful, and I hope that you've learned something about the filter tools. The filter tool has a great variety of things you can do. So go forth and learn more Alteryx.